In this video lecture, we will discuss about one of the interesting topic, that is about the nervous system. But before discussing the nervous system, we must have an idea about the system, that is what the system is. So, as we know that the structure and functional unit of the life, that is called as cells. Now, when these cells are same type of the cell, it will combine and then they perform a specific type of the function in our body. Now this group of cell that perform a specific function, now this group of cell, it is called as tissues. Now when same type of the tissue that will combine with each other and then they perform a specific task or function in our body. Now this group of tissue, it is called as organs. So the best example, that is kidney, brains, hearts, these are the example of the organs. Now if we take the example of the kidney, now this kidney, it is made from the group of tissue, and this group of tissue, it will perform a specific function that we call as excretion of the waste. So normally organ that is formed from the group of tissue, and this group of tissue this group of tissue, it will form an organs. Now this organ, it will perform a specific function, that is the main function of the kidney, that is excretion of the waste. So this is the example of the organs. Now when group of organ that will combine to each other and then they perform a specific type of the functions, this is called a system. So what the system is, basically it is a group of organs, and this group of organ, they will combine with each other and some structure also attached with these organs, and then they perform a specific type of the function in the body. This is called a system. As there are various examples present, so various type of the system present in our body, that is the circulatory systems, respiratory system, excretory system, and one of them, that is the nervous system. Now we will apply the definition of the system on the nervous system. So mainly here system, it will contain a group of organs. So here the brain and spinal cord, these are the organs. Now along with this organ, it will possess some structure that will carry message towards this organ or away from this organ, that is called as nerves. So these two group of organs, and along with some structure that is responsible to carry message away from this organ or toward the organ. Now this structure, it will form our nervous system. So nervous system, basically it will contain the brains and spinal cord, along with this the nerves. So these brain and spinal cord and nerve, it will constitute our nervous systems. Now we will take some specific example to learn about the nervous system. Now look at this specific example to know about our nervous system. So basically nervous system, it is that the system of our body that control various type of the activity in our body. Suppose any type of the change occur in the environments, so this change, it may occur in the internal environment or it may occur in the external environment. These changes that may occur in these two type of the environment, such type of the changes, it is called as stimulus. Now stimulus is basically the changes. Now when these changes occur either in the internal environment or external environment, so these changes, it will collected by our body. So in our body, specific type of the receptor is present. Now this receptor, it will collect that stimulus or changes. Now this stimulus, it will give information towards the brain. So this brain, it will give response again this stimulus to maintain our normal body functions. So here's the brain give orders to our effectors. Now this effector, it will give response again the stimulus. So by this way, it will protect or it will control our activity and our bodies. Now look, it's this another example. So that when someone knock your door, so this is actually a stimulus, mean it is a change. Now this change, it will collected by the ears. Now these changes, it will detected by the ears, so the main receptors. Now these changes are stimulus when it will collected or it will detected by the ears. Now ears, it will give this changes or this message toward the brains. Now brain that is called as the main controlling center of the bodies. Now this brain it will give orders to our effectors. So normally two type of the effector present and our body, that is muscle and glands. So when order it is given to the muscles, now when this muscle it will actually give response to the stimulus, so due to which we will move towards the door and open the door. So this is actually how the nervous system it will act in our body and to maintain various activity that occur in our bodies. So this is actually the nervous system. Now this nervous system it is called as master controlling system of our body, because this nervous system it will control various type of the activity that we perform in our daily lives, such like sleeping, thinking, eating, walking. These are the activity that we perform in our daily life. Now this activity it will perform by the main system that we call it is nervous system. Now when this stimulus or the change it will carry towards the ears. Now ears it will give message towards the brain, and then brain it will give orders or message toward the effector, and this effector it will give response to the stimulus. Now here's these signal which move from the air to the brain and from the brain towards the muscle, it will occur through the electrical signals. So this way the nervous system the message is moved in the form of the electrical signals. So this is the overall introduction about the nervous systems. Now we will define what the nervous system is. So basically, right in the definition of the nervous system, two term it is discussed. The first one that is the coordination, while the second one that is the stimulus. Now first we will define first we will understand these two term, then we will define what the nervous system is. So basically, what is the stimulus? So stimulus is basically any change occur in the environment. These are called as the stimulus. Suppose someone knock your door, it is a stimulus, or someone flash the light toward your eyes. So this is also a change. No, this is actually a stimulus. So simply stimulus is any change occur in the environment, either in the internal environment or external environments. Now what is the coordinations? Now what the coordination is. So basically coordination is actually when a body produces appropriate response to a particular stimuli in the environment in order to maintain the posture, position and structure. This process is called as coordination. Now what happens in the coordination when a stimulus occurs and the environments? Now this is basically a change. Now this change it will alter our structure, position and postures. Now what happen in our body? So mainly it will change our postures, position and structure. Now our body it will give response against these changes to maintain the structure and to maintain this position, posture and structure. Now this process it is called as coordination. Now our body two type of the coordination occur. The first one that is chemical coordination, while the second one that is nervous coordination. Now nervous chemical coordination it is basically occur with the help of hormones, while nervous coordination it will occurs through electrical signals. Now what is nervous system? After understanding the stimulus and coordination, now we will define what the nervous system is. So basically system of the body that provide coordination through electrical signals among different body parts. Now what happens when a stimulus occurs in the environment? Now by this way the body it will provide response against the stimulus. Now and right in our body the coordination it is developed between the various different body parts. Now this coordination right in the nervous system it will occur through the electrical signals. Now when coordination it will develop and different body among different body parts through electrical signal to give response against this particular stimulus. Now such type of the system that is called as nervous system. Through nervous system the it will maintain or it will control our body in a normal positions. Now this system it is called as nervous systems. Now we will discuss some points that is mainly related to our nervous systems. Now basically the first point, that is the study of the nervous system, that is called as neurology. So what the neurology is, basically it is the study of our nervous systems. Now the second point, that is mainly related to the origin of the nervous system. So basically it will originate from the ectodermal. So what the ectodermal is? So if we look to the embryonic stages, so right in the embryonic stages, the embryo possesses three type of the layers. Now from these three layers, all the system of our body that are developed from these three layers of the embryos. Now what are these three layers? The outermost layer of the embryo, it is called as ectodermis. The middle one, that is mesodermis, and the inner layers of the embryo, it is called as ectodermis. Now right, if we talk about the nervous system, now nervous system, it is basically originated from the outer layer of the embryo, that is actually the ectodermis. So here the exception it is existed, because right in our nervous system some supportive cells are present, that is called as neuroglia. One of the type of the neuroglial cell, that is microglial cells. Microglial cell, that is basically originated from the mesodermal layer of the embryos. So here this is the first exception occur in the origin of the nervous system. Now we will see here the nervous system and phylum wise. So in which phylum the nervous system it is first appears. So right in the animal kingdom, the phylum Protozoa and phylum Porifera does not have nervous system. So right in the first two phylum of the kingdom Animalius, the two phylum, that is Protozoan and Porifera, the animal of this phylum that does not have a nervous systems. Now, for the first time, the nervous system it was appears in the phylum Coelenterata. So, nervous system first appears in the phylum Coelenterata. So, it is very important point about the MCQ. Say the nervous system first originate in the phylum Cnidaria or phylum Coelentratus. Now, if we talk about the nervous system of the human, so human have a well-developed nervous systems. Now mainly what are the component of the nervous system? Now basically the nervous system it is composed of two important parts. The first one, that is the neuron, while the second one, that is about the neuroglial cells. So right in the following lecture we will discuss about what is neurons and what are the neuroglial cells. But here we will shortly define what the neurons and neuroglial cells. So basically the part of the nervous system that act as a structure and functional component of the nervous system. Now this part of the nervous system it is called as neuron. So neuron are basically the structure and functional component or part of the nervous system, it is called as neurons, while the structure or the fat of the nervous system that provides support or protection to this structure component of the nervous system, it is called as neuroglial cells. So this is about the component of the nervous systems. Now we will discuss the division of the nervous system. So basically the nervous system it is divided into parts on the basis of the location that where this nervous system it is found. So basically the first one, that is the central nervous system, while the second one, that is the peripheral nervous systems. So basically the central nervous system it acts as a coordinating centers. So mainly this central nervous system it is basically consists of two parts. The first one, that is brain, while the second one is spinal cord. So brain is just basically more involved in our coordinations, while the spinal cord it act as a link between the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous systems. Now the second part of the nervous system or second division of the nervous system, it is the peripheral nervous systems. Now the peripheral nervous system it is further divided into the two category on the basis of the activity, that what type of the activity it is controlled by the peripheral nervous systems. So basically these are two type of the peripheral nervous system, the somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous systems. So what is somatic nervous system? Actually the type of the peripheral nervous systems that control the voluntary activity of the body, that is called as somatic nervous systems. So what are the voluntary activity? Actually the activity that is an our will wish, that is our consciously controls. So such type of the activity that are voluntary activities. Now this system that control the voluntary activity of the body that is called as somatic nervous systems. While what is the autonomic nervous system? So basically the autonomic nervous system, it is the type of the peripheral nervous systems that control the involuntary activity of our body, that is the autonomic nervous systems. Now this autonomic nervous system, it is further divided into two categories. So that involuntary action that occur in the rest state or in the flight or fight states. In this way, the autonomic nervous system, it is further divided into two types. The first one that is sympathetic nervous system, while the second one that is parasympathetic nervous systems. So the sympathetic nervous system, it is basically the type of autonomic nervous systems that control the autonomic activity during the fight or flight states. So when these involuntary activity that occur in the state of fight or flight, no such type of the nervous system, it is called as sympathetic nervous systems. While the parasympathetic nervous system, it is the type of the autonomic nervous systems that control the autonomic activity, I mean the involuntary activity during the rest state. So such type of the nervous system, it is called as parasympathetic nervous systems. So this is the division of our nervous systems. So finally, what is the function of our nervous systems? So here are some of the important function that is performed by our nervous systems. Now the first one, that is it provide information about external and internal environments. So mainly what is external environment? External environment, actually the environment that is outside our body or outside the cell, this is called as external environments. While the internal environment is basically the environment inside our body or inside the cell, this is called as internal environments. So when any type of the changes occur in this environment, either in the internal or external environment, so the information about these two environment, it is provided us by our nervous systems. Now this is actually the first function of our nervous system. Now look at the second function of the nervous systems. It coordinates various voluntary and involuntary activities. So what is voluntary activity? Actually the activity that is under our controls. So such type of the activity that is called as voluntary activities. While the activity that does not under our control, so such type of the activity that is called as involuntary activity. Now when this activity occurs, and when this activity occurs to give response against these activities, so coordination, it is developed in our body. Now this coordination between the voluntary and involuntary activity, it will occur with the help of these nervous systems. Now the third function of the nervous system, transmits signal between brain and the rest of the body, including internal organs. As we know that this nervous system, it will control various activity in our body. So by this way, it will give message or it will communicate with the other part of the body. Now how the communication that exists between this body, between the body and the brains? So basically here the signal, it is transmitted through this nervous system, due to which the brain and the rest of the body, they are communicate with each others. So the transmission of the signals between the brain and the rest of body, it will occur with the help of these nervous systems. So final function of the nervous system, help an odd part of the body to communicate with each other, as I have already discussed in the third function of the nervous system. So this nervous system, it play important role to connect or to communicate various part of the body with each others. So this is actually the function of our nervous system. So this is overall about the nervous system. Thank you so much.